Hey everybody, welcome to another CDX review. Today we're checking out the EX Den-O Ressha, and this is part of the Ressha Sentai ToQGer line. Now this train is featured in the Kamen Rider Tyson featuring Super Sentai movie. For those who aren't familiar with Kamen Rider Den-O, that is another tokusatsu series by Toei that also featured a train motif. And then, in the movie Kamen Rider Tyson featuring Super Sentai, they gave Kamen Rider Den-O a new form of his train, the Denliner. First of all, let's look at the train, or the trains, because it's not just a single train. It's these two front train parts that compose the Den-O Ressha. They're pretty much the same. The only real difference is the clips are on opposite sides on each one of the trains. Clips are on this side on this train in the back, and then on the other train the clips are on the opposite side. So that's pretty much the only difference. So let's take a closer look at the design of the individual train. So this design basically mashes together a train with another train. If you remember the other trains in the EX Ressha line, like for example this guy right here, with this you have the back part being a train, and then they just kind of slapped the T-Rex face on the front of the train. Because CollectionDX had the dinosaur theme, so they had to, represent the theme in the train. But since the theme of Kamen Rider Den-O was trains, they basically just had to make a train for this one. If you look at the back and the front, the designs are a little bit different for those parts. The front part is a little bit more futuristic. You got some rounded edges. The windows are like six-sided. So definitely like a futuristic design to this. And that makes sense. Kamen Rider Den-O featured some time traveling and stuff. So, that design goes along with the theme of Kamen Rider Den-O. But then the back part is more of your traditional train. The windows are different, so you make a transition from the futuristic design to the more traditional train design in the back. Now the front part isn't exactly a carbon copy of the Denliner though, Kamen Rider Den-O's train. It's a little bit different. The front part, this part seems to be a little bit shorter, like right there. It's a little bit stubbier. Some of the finer details, like some of the symbols and stuff on the, like the red glass, I think aren't present on this form of the train. So it's not quite, like I said, an exact copy of the Denliner, but it hits all those keynotes. It has all the features that are the most important ones of the Denliner. Besides that, I mean, both sides are pretty much the same. You just have the clips on one side of the train. You got the connection points. You got the hitch in the back, a hitch right there, and you have a hole right there. Same is true for this train. You got a hitch and the hole, and like we saw earlier, you can hitch the trains together. If you want, you can start connecting more trains and making a longer line of trains. And now checking out the underside, there are raised bits right there, and those are the parts that the Tokyo changer reads when you insert the train into it, and then it produces the sounds that are specific to that train. Interestingly enough though, both trains have those raised bits, so you can insert either one of the parts of the Den-O Ressha into the changer. Alright, so let's check out the sounds of the Den-O Ressha. First, the transformation sounds. And now let's make a transfer. And finally, the summoning sound effects. Alright, now the Den-O Ressha is also part of the ToQo Kyoryujin combination. As you can see, I've already put on the Kyoryuja parts onto the combination. Now we just have to put on the Den-O Ressha parts on the robot. First, we're going to take off these lower parts of the legs, like that. And then we attach a train onto each one of those legs. And that one's not in all the way. There we go. And there you have the Den-O Ressha's contribution to this combination. There we go, much better. So there you have the screen accurate form of the ToQo Kyoryujin. It features the Den-O Ressha parts, but I feel that they're really not necessary. I mean, you already have legs on the robot with the green and blue legs, and I think those look a little bit better. So the Den-O Ressha doesn't really bring much to the ToQo and the combinations that you can do with the trains. So that being said, I'm not a big fan of the Den-O Ressha, but there really is no love lost here. I'm not really a fan of Kamen Rider Den-O, and I'm not a fan of this train. So that being said, I mean, I guess this is good for people that are still itching to get some more Den-O merchandise in their collections. I'm not one of them. This is actually the first piece of Den-O merchandise I've ever bought, and I bought it just to, you know, at least have the first set of the EX Reshas. Like I said, this is pretty much only for Kamen Rider Den-O fans, or for people that care about having all the trains. So this has been it for another CollectionDX review. I'm Luis, otherwise known as Sentai Seiya. Let me know what you thought. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.